Hello everybody, Anthony Gonzalez here with another weekly update. This time coming to you from the library, the Parma-Snow library. Just left a really neat exhibit that I would encourage everybody to come see. It's called Costs and Consequences. The DEA puts it on. We just had a really nice event with local elected officials and law enforcement in the library itself. But in any event, it's a really neat exhibit. You got to go upstairs when you come into the library, kind of make a right and go up the steps. And you'll see it, and it kind of takes you through the whole path from where the narcotics are manufactured, then how they're dealt into our communities, how the abuse works, the tragedies associated, and then some hopeful messaging around some of the programming and treatment services that we have here, right here in Northeast Ohio. Obviously, we're the center of the opioid addiction problem. We're the second. I think West Virginia's number first, but we're second in overdose deaths. But a lot of good work actually happening. For the first time in a long time, we've actually seen overdose deaths go down slightly. A lot of work to be done still, but it's an important exhibit. So if you have time, it would be worth it. It's fascinating and quite impactful, frankly. So would encourage everybody to come out and see that. Again, it's at the Parma-Snow library. Secondly, we were busy week as always. We were home for most of it, which is always great. Best use of my time, certainly. Two quick highlights. One, got to speak to the high school students at Westlake High School, talk to the AP Gov students, they're all juniors, as well as some of those doing STEM education work. Really interesting things happening on the design and technology front. Just incredible work, really exciting to see all the great things that are happening in our school system on that front. But great questions from the students. If any of them are watching this, thank you for the questions. I always say high school students ask the most difficult questions, very direct, typically hit the hot buttons, and I like that. I enjoy that. Those are good dialogues. So we had a good session and really just appreciated them allowing me to come out and spend a couple hours with them. So that was that. And then secondly, another highlight of the week, we had an Opportunity Zone roundtable. Opportunity zones were part of the tax bill that was passed last Congress. And the goal of this is basically as a community to try to figure out what the best way is for all of us to participate, to make sure that we're doing the work that we're supposed to do, we're developing the areas that need investment dollars, but that we're doing it in a broad-based way, and to make sure that those benefits are happening for the existing residents of Northeast Ohio, and they're not just investors coming in and maybe relocating something that was already going to happen, but not necessarily going to benefit the whole community. So it was a great discussion. There's a lot of potential in opportunity zones. We need some more guidance from the Treasury Department, frankly, with respect to how they're all going to work. But it was a great discussion, and there's a lot of enthusiasm. We have a gentleman in our community, his name's Shay Hawkins, who basically wrote this. He's back home now. He used to work for Senator Scott, and there's no better expert on opportunity zones in the country than Shay. And so he was a part of the roundtable as well as some other folks. But really just great session, and just trying to make sure we get as much out of it as possible for our region. So with that, thank you as always for allowing me to be your representative. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Thanks.